Kia ora fam. We're back with our readings. This reading is for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements. So that would be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars. And I want to say Saturn as well, I feel. If you don't know where it falls in your chart or where you have it in your chart, I encourage you to go look it up. You could just like search that in a search engine, like your birth natal chart. That's what it's called. Or if you resonate with the words on the screen, then maybe this reading is for you. We're just going to see what comes up. If you want a personal tarot reading, you can head to our website as well, which is on the screen. My phone number, some those of love, light, high frequency, truth, justice, and peace only. What collective guidance do you have at this time for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? The Tower. I'm just going to pull them all first, fam. Queen of Swords. Oh. The World. What guidance and affirmation do you have for Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo? Two of Cups and Six of Wands. Sweet. So we have the Tower. Queen of Swords, was it? Yep. The World. Two of Cups and Six of Wands with Eight of Wands at the base of the deck. So for y'all, there's a lot of changes. The World card kind of came out like all over the place. So for some of y'all, you might be feeling a little bit all over the place when it comes to the changes that are happening, whether it's within yourself, whether it's in your own like external life, or whether it actually has to do with the world or the earth. You know, there are a lot of shifts happening right now, so naturally we are all going to be affected. I also want to say, and I'm hearing Source reminding you that you cannot escape change. Change is the only thing that's pretty much guaranteed in this place, in this life. So to embrace it, embrace the changes that are coming up, and even if it may feel a bit all over the place, that's okay. Use your discernment. With the Tower moment, it looks like some of you have, like I said, gone through change, but it's been quite quick and abrupt. I'm seeing a lot of you will be using your spiritual, I'm hearing, your spiritual gifts, insight, foresight, I don't know why I just heard the word backtracking. So some of you will be using your spiritual gifts, like your insight that you have on certain things, like your discernment and intuition, whatever, to backtrack and look back at some of the changes that have happened in your life or within the world. I also want to remind you that this is a collective reading, so you know, things are always wider than us. It's not just about our own personal experience, it's about what's happening everywhere at the same time. I'm also seeing for some you will be using your voice when it comes to things that need to be destroyed and changed. A lot of cycles are coming into completion so that there can be more intimacy. I'm seeing that a lot of us, I always say us, but I'm talking about you all. I feel like the earth is wanting us to get a little bit more intimate with them. So whether that means you're spending more time in nature, or again just aligning with the natural changes, whatever that means to you. Yeah, now is the time to do that. There might be changes for some of you all in your relationships, intimate relationships, but I'm seeing that that's just going to bring a lot more success for you all. Six of Wands is public success. So again, that's something that's seen in the public eye that other people will recognize. And that doesn't mean that that's an ego thing. It just means that, again, it's external, right? Some of you will need to quieten your ego and use wisdom to adapt to these changes and to, I heard communicate the things that you want to change. So whether it be in your own life or what you want to see different in the world, use your voice. Now is the time to do that. But yeah, I'm seeing like intimate relationships being really successful for you all. So if you're in a romantic connection, I'm seeing that whatever changes that you all are going to be making is going to bring you all closer together. And I heard happier. Some of you all need to align your relationships, romantic, platonic, whatever it may be, with nature a little bit more. Like align yourself with, yeah, I don't know how else to put that actually. Just in case anyone's curious, I'm just using the Shadowscapes Tarot. Guidance and affirmation. Oh, so we have Gemini here. It's pretty much all the signs. Gemini, Mars, so Scorpio, Aries. Is that Cancer? And maybe Leo's. Leo? What guidance affirmation do you have for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Collective? We have Judgments. And yeah, an 8 of Pentacles. Yeah. So there's a big, like, with the big shifts that have been happening in the world, like the things that are outside of us as well, some of y'all there's a bit of an awakening that's happening. I'm really highlighted to all the little, like, I don't know if you can see them, like all the little like clocks. It's a bit blurry, but like in these little house thingies. So I'm seeing time is important. I kind of want to say time is limited, time is up. So there are some things that maybe weren't working. So the Tower card means like something that is no longer working, that needs to be uprooted and changed and destroyed and completely dismantled, right? And we're seeing that in the collective with the different things that are happening around the world, things that have been happening for like way too long. People are fighting, I mean, we have been, but people are fighting, I guess, in different ways, in same ways, in different ways, for there to be justice, right? And with the Judgment card, I'm seeing that this is the divine and this is source, being like, time is up, you know. Judgment really talks to me a lot about accountability, about that inner reflection, taking that time to look at our ego, what needs to be dismantled. 8 of Pentacles for the long term. We have a little spider there. When I think of the spider, I think of looking at the web. I'm thinking of like building, constructing, homes, spaces. I'm also seeing like how things get caught in spider webs. It's so spiders can eat them, right? Like insects and stuff. So I'm seeing for my mystics out there, for my witches, y'all will be, some of you will need to be doing cord cuts. Some of you will be quite heavily protected. Yeah, I'm seeing some of you are heavily protected, and your ancestors are kind of like putting what is not, trapping what is not needed, and using it for your fuel. So if there's anything in your life that you feel like, look, this isn't working for me, just like dead weight, dead energy, look at how you can use your wisdom and discernment and your spiritual senses to look at how you can transmute that into change, into something that's going to be constructive for your future in the long term. Whether it's a little habit, you know, I don't know. Queen of Cups reversed. I don't know. I feel like I'm not seeing that as a bad thing. But just in case, like, or a negative thing, but just in case, some of you might need to like tap a little bit deeper into your emotional discernment, your emotional intelligence. I'm seeing here, like, it's really coming up how the world, or the earth, has not been nurtured in the way that it is meant to. And I'm seeing like you'll need to look at how you may have not been nurturing yourself the way that you have been meant to. I hope that makes sense. That might be where judgment is coming through. Like, that's where you all might need to be making some changes for the long term, for the better, and being honest with yourself about what needs to shift. Some of you could be moving out of, or closing cycles of emotional manipulation. It could be coming from you or from another person. Queen of Cups, that could be like a mother or someone that is does have the potential to be quite nurturing. Could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, if that resonates. I'm just also hearing, please don't put labels on people where it doesn't fit, so I don't know who that's for. Yeah, some of you will need to spend more time nurturing your emotional body. So that might be like taking that time out to listen to how you feel. And, you know, the world will teach us that our emotional intelligence is shit, basically, is not valuable. But I think that that's what you have learned or are called to learn at this time, is that your emotional intelligence is highly valuable. And that's a lot of where your psychic, your spiritual senses, your intuition will talk to you, you know. Not always, but yeah. You know, for some what guidance, information, yeah, for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Page of Wands. For some of you all in intimate relationships, you'll be going on a new adventure with this person. It doesn't mean like, it doesn't need to mean physically, but just there might be a little bit more passion and play within this intimacy, and even with your own self. I'm seeing that there's the sense of adventure sparked with your intimacy with the world. So maybe you'll be called moving forward to look at the world out of a fresh perspective. Page of Wands is very youthful, is free, you know. 9 of Wands is at the base of the deck. So to others, it might appear as well in the future that you are very much so free, easygoing, blah, 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 blah. But there's been a lot of work behind the scenes for that to take place with 9 of Wands. Some of you, 10 of Swords. So some of you will be really called to transmute the past, past attachments, in order to step into this Page of Wands energy, this harmony, this knowing your sense of worth, your value. I just saw the Empress, so again, that energy about like mothering, doesn't have to be, can just be like nurturing and knowing your value and being confident in yourself, confident in yourself creatively. But yeah, some stuff might be coming up to do with your mother or a mother in your life. Now, what guidance, information do you have? Page of Cups. So lots of fresh energies available for you all. I really like Page of Cups coming under 6 of Wands, because I feel like it's like this real refreshing of your emotional body. Like we were talking about, I was talking about some blocks there. But as you're moving forward and focusing on your inner child a little bit, I'm hearing healing. So some of you really need to focus on healing your childhood and the things that have come up around there. You will be successful. And I want to tell that to some of you that are kind of struggling with the changes, struggling with nurturing yourself, struggling with your independence, struggling with your long-term goals and discernment. And yeah, the Magician. You'll have all the resources that you need, and if you haven't found them yet, they're coming. What the guidance information you have for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Some of you'll need to eat better. King of Swords. Some of you don't realize that it's your diet that is affecting your mood swings. So Queen of Cups, mood swings. Death. Scorpio, 3 of Pentacles, the Temperance, Sagittarius, yeah. So some of you are really going through the ringer when it comes through the lessons that you're learning in terms of mastering your thoughts. And I think King of Swords, your ancestors are like this, enough is enough in terms of the ways in which you think, the ways in which you battle your ego. Yeah, they're calling judgment. And I don't want that to be a fear mongering thing. It's more so, even if it feels like shit, this is what is meant for you. So accept and embrace the change, even though a lot of you, I was going to say, feel like you're going through hell with the Death card and the Phoenix, like, you know, going through fire. But it's that thing like, you know, diamonds are purified in fire, aren't they? And that's what's happening to you all. So embrace that, because what's coming out of it is really, really beneficial for your long term. And you're going to be really confident, King of Wands, at the end of this. With Three of Pentacles, okay, yeah, collaborate. Focus on what cycles need to close, what cycles you are opening in your life, and how you can collaborate. So that's asking for help, spending time with family, friends, loved ones, working with others, teamwork. How can you work with others? And also temperance. Some of you'll need to meditate. Some of you'll need to learn to just be patient. Some of you are very impatient, and you want things quick, but that's not how it works. And the more that you try to resist that, the more that you're just going to get frustrated. So you may as well take a seat, take a breath, have a cup of tea, have a drink, and be grateful for what you actually have, because I'm seeing that a lot of you that are watching this anyway have a lot more than some other people. Yeah, spend some time in intimacy meditating. If you don't have a meditative practice that works for you, it's time to find one. Instead of going around in circles saying the same thing, like some of you are saying the same thing, different day, like, oh my God, I have to deal with this. Oh my God, this about myself. Oh my God, this and that. You know, your ancestors are patient with you as well. They are. And they understand. Some of you are going through mental health stuff. But a lot of it is a choice on how you choose to react. And again, for some of you, it's your diet. You know, I think I was talking to someone about this the other day. Like, we don't realize how much our diet can affect, like, our mood and our mind. So notice what you're eating, consuming, and even just watching, paying attention to. There's something there that's, I heard tricky, trickster. So there's something that you think is like all good, but it's probably not. Could also be someone you're collaborating with, so be mindful of the people that you're around, who you talk to about your shit. Some of you yap too much. Some of you yap too much about your business. Like, you need to be mindful. Like, just because you feel like you need to talk about stuff does not mean that everyone can hold space for you in the way in which you deserve, in the way in which you really need. And also, like, I'm seeing this advice, like, don't talk to anyone about what you're going through unless it's someone that you know that can actually support you. So that could mean, like, don't get online and say all your business. Like, I'm seeing like you'll need to cut that if that's something that you do. Be intentional about where you share your information. Not everyone is meant to know your whole life and every struggle. Like, we're not in high school online, you know. I don't know who that's for, but anyway. And I'm seeing with the temperance, that's about going inside. Even for me, Source has really been connecting me to Buddha. So maybe that's something that's helpful for you, like Buddhist practices, Buddhist books or whatever. Yeah. Okay. Last card, guidance and affirmation. Do you have for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn to end this reading? For some of you that have children, your child is going to be very successful. You're going to be surprised. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. So whatever mahi that you're doing and work on yourself is going to be so fruitful. Some of you have no idea. I think you're going to be really surprised, especially if you have children. Your children are going to be very wealthy and successful because of this shit that you're sorting out right now, even though it feels hectic as fuck. Also, even though things feel like hectic, your discernment is actually on point. Like, if your discernment and intuition wasn't on point, Queen of Swords would be reversed, but it's upright, fam. So really trust yourself, like your intuition right now, what it's telling you. Be straight up too. Queen of Swords is very communicative. Yeah. If you're waiting for like coin for money, that will be coming in the next little bit. But yeah, you will have to be a little bit patient with that one. But I'm also seeing ancestral inheritance with that. Like, you are going to be successful in as the ancestor that you are. Maybe that's something that you need to affirm over yourself. You are going to be successful in your collaborations. Old cycles of emotional manipulation, lack, whatever, are ending. You know, even if you can't see it, speak it, because your voice is power. We all have our own life force, and we're all able to create, to a degree, the reality that we want, you know. At least we are in charge of how we feel. I feel like some of you will let circumstances really manipulate how you feel too much, and need to center yourself a little bit. Yeah, I heard down to the ground. Yeah, so grounding practices, practices that help you bring those fiery energies, like the yin, the yang, bring the cool and the hot together, you know, and spend time with yourself and intimacy with the earth, and intimacy with, like, you might be doing like one-on-one hangs, like hanging out with one person at a time rather than moving in a group. Some of you might be hanging out with a Sagittarius with Temperance. Yeah, Page of Wands. Aries, is that? Or a young fire sign, let me say, or a young water sign. Or they might not be young in age, but they might be quite youthful. So yeah, I'll leave that there for you all. Sending you heaps of love. Please like and share this video if it resonates. Share with a friend that you know is a fire sign.